Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel for episode of FC 25 Career Mode, rebuilding this Manchester City side. And I thought this was something quite interesting to start the episode. The Athletic reported on Cambiasso saying he's been one of the top performers in each of Manchester City's latest games, and he looks like a man to watch each time he steps out on the pitch. He looks like he's finally finding his feet in Pep Guardiola's Manchester City side. Let's see what's in store for today's episode. We got back to winning ways in the last episode after a previous defeat to Newcastle 2-1 away at St James's Park, a 3-0 win over Everton, a 2-0 win over Slavia Prague. We beat Burnley by 2-1, it should have been more, and Luton by 2-0. We've got West Brom, Leeds and Leicester, the three games to end this month out of December. We're going to simulate West Brom and probably Leeds at home as well. I don't mind playing both those away from home, but at home I'm expecting wins. We're going to play Leicester City away because why not? Maybe even Leeds. Maybe Leeds at home. We'll see between them and West Brom who's doing better. And then we'll get into the month of January where the transfer window is open. We could see some moves in the side. We made a lot of moves into the summer, so we're not making moves really for the first team, but we might make some moves for the future of the club. Some younger players. Hugo Viana, our sporting director, will be looking for those players for the future. Players that could be part of the City squad in 5-10 years' time. Those sort of long-term players. Villa twice we play, once in the FA Cup, once in the Premier League. Shrewsbury away in the Carabao Cup, or maybe Villa at home in the Carabao Cup and Shrewsbury in the FA Cup. We've got Brighton, Chelsea, Galatasaray away, Man United away, and Anderlecht away and Leeds away, all in the month of January, which looks like it's going to be difficult and very, very, very busy. Rotation, squad depth is going to be really important in the new year. And good news in the Premier League because Chelsea have lost their second game of the Premier League season, which means we are level on points now, both on 36. Arsenal not far off. They are still in the title race, Arsenal on 31, but they are a little bit away off compared to what I expected. But they're there and around. Arsenal seem to always be there and around, but never the winners. So as Chelsea and Arsenal still battling out with a three-horse race. At the moment, we've got the advantage on goal difference. So we've got Leeds today, we've got West Brom today. Both sides sit right rock bottom near the relegation zone. West Brom and Leeds in 20th and 19th. I think we'll play probably West Brom maybe, or Leeds. I don't know. I'm able to simulate both. Lots of games coming up. Let's keep this series moving. We'll simulate both. We'll play them away from home, and I expect 3 points in both games there. The big surprise here, Manchester City do drop points in the title race. They're held to a 1-1 draw with West Bromwich Albion at home. West Brom are really, really defensively strong. Johnson given the lead. City scored through Marmouche in the 45th minute, but he couldn't find the way through. And the end, it's a draw, and City dropped 2 points there at home against West Brom. That is not something Premier League champions or champions-elect should be doing. We did follow up with the game against Leeds United at home, the side down at the bottom of the table with West Brom, and we did get all 3 points this time. Goals come from Omar Marmouche. Hugo Duro equalised in the 66th minute. Then it's Marmouche with a hat-trick in today's game to get us a 3-1 win. He is really filling in for Erling Haaland. 4 goals in the last 2 there. How many might you get in today's episode? One thing I forgot to mention from the start of the last episode, the end of last episode, we saw Nico Gonzalez go off injured. He is out for 2 months, so he's missed those first 2 games against West Brom and Leeds. He will be back around February time. He's dislocated his shoulder 2 months out for the midfielders. Leaves a little bit light in there. It does mean Nico O'Reilly, probably even Rico Lewis, is going to get more games in midfield, in central midfield alongside Rodri, alongside Edison, alongside Adam Wharton. Some massive news going into the new year as we play our final game of 2025. Erling Haaland has been cleared by medical staff to return after injury. He's now rejoined first team training sessions and he's not so far away. We can see here it's all level at the top of the Premier League table between Manchester City and Chelsea. However, we have a game in hand and we could go 3 points clear on match day 19 here after Chelsea drop points, a 1-1 draw with Liverpool. Arsenal have started to drop off even more, and Aston Villa have actually jumped them ahead of them into 3rd place. However, you can see there Arsenal do have a game in hand. They could go back into 3rd place. 38 points they could be on, so they'd be 2 points off 2nd place Chelsea. Our final game of the year, 10th place Man United down there. You can see he's against 13th place Leicester City. They're on 20 points, on 21 points, got a -2 goal difference. It's our final game of 2025, and we look to end the year with a win and then put us in a good position going into the new year and towards the end of the season. So this is the side I'm going to go with today against Leicester City to end the year. Diogo Costa, of course, starts in goal. It's Cambiasso, Akanji, Diaz and Joško Vardiol, City's back 4. Captain Rodri partners Edison in midfield 2. It's Oscar Bob on the right, Xavi Simons on the left, Omar Marmouche up top with Phil Foden. On the bench, you've got Savinho, Doku, McAtee, Wharton, Frimpong Lewis, Kusanov and Nathan Ake. Well, here at the King Power Stadium to face Leicester City, who are, of course, Premier League champions once over. They've not been that side since then, and then they've been relegated since then as well, haven't they? In this save last year, they did the absolute great escape. They were somehow gone. You looked like they were gone and they weren't coming back. But they did come back. They managed to stay in the league, and in fact, Crystal Palace somehow got dragged into relegation and they went down. Players to look out for, obviously, is that man right there, El Khanous, who is a real high-quality player, and one that we will keep our eye on the development of him, because he's probably one I wouldn't mind bringing into Manchester City should we have to make a signing, want to make a sign in that area of the pitch in the future. He's a really good player. Cambiasso back in there again today for City, looking to try and impress after some good performances in the previous episode. This is the Leicester City starting 11, then a 4-2-3-1 formation. Leicester start with in goal, it's Mads Hermansen. A back four of Chowdhury, captain Cody Vestergaard and Christensen. Oliver Skip partners Harry Winks in the midfield too. It's Fatawu, El Khanous and Mavidi supporting Patson Daka. It's a very pacey front line. Luka Jovic on the bench. Obviously, it's a long way to go in the Premier League, but I think we have a lead inside. Xavi plays a ball behind to Vardiol. It's a fantastic pass. Vardiol across the box here towards Oscar Bob. Oh, Marmouche, there were players waiting. Kanji. Vardiol made a really good run at the start of the game there. Oh, Kanji. Can't be doing that. Patson Daka, big save by the goalkeeper, Diogo Costa, but what is that pass by Manu Akanji there? Washington trying to stay with him. Bob creates space for himself. Rodri through to Marmouche first time. He still doesn't nicks it back. Here's Ederson with a chance here. Ederson! Oh, strong hand from Hermansen to stop the Brazilian from scoring. He caught that well. Oh, and the keeper Hermansen rolls it straight out to Xavi Simons here. And Xavi Simons with the shot blocked. And Ederson against the goalkeeper. And they punch it away and they get it away, but Leicester City living dangerously here. Right to Bob. Under pressure here a little bit, Oscar Bob. Falling behind towards Phil Foden. Foden, a big sliding charge by Christensen. Puts it behind for a corner. Foden to take this. Foden across the near post towards Vardiol. Away. Rodri in there against Daka. Might fall to Vardiol. Pokes it forward. Cleared off the line by Connor Cody. Through to Vardiol. He's running here. Joshko in. Oh, just defended away just. Rodri back out to Bob. To Foden. Back over to Bob. Goes through here. Oscar Bob for Manchester City. Oscar Bob. And he gives the lead here. An assist for Phil Foden. And a goal for Oscar Bob. 1-0 Manchester City. Great play by Foden there. Lifts it over. Rodri keeps it alive with a header. And Oscar Bob, who we've said his finishing's a little bit poor. He has missed a lot of chances for us in games. What a flick over top by Foden here. Bob into a great position here. He hits it with so much power. Past Mads Hermansen. It's very difficult for the goalkeeper to keep out. He hits it with the right foot, his weaker right foot across Hermansen. And Manchester City have the lead here at the King Power Stadium. And it's Oscar Bob whose development has got back on track this season. It's midfield by Fatawu there. Here's Winks. Runner going through, he's not gone with him. The chance here, it's a dink over Costa and Leicester City score. Crap defending, really bad defending by us. Vardiol lets him run off him. No clean sheet for City once again. That's not we've not been solid enough defensively, I don't think, so far this season. At times, maybe that'll come, but that was just so easy. The press, the first thing is Leicester play out, and the press isn't good enough to start things. So once they break your press, then you're open. Xavi, Marmouche, back to Ederson. Slow it down there on Marmouche a little bit. Rodri, Ederson, through to Xavi here. Xavi Simons is onside here. Xavi Simons makes it 2-1. Onside. Good find by Ederson. And City take a lead here against Leicester. Xavi finds that bit of space. And City are in front. And a really good goal from Xavi there. Just that movement from Marmouche, I think, for the middle. Created that space. Xavi runs off Cody, who tries to engage Ederson. Because we know he can shoot. That gives Xavi space. And that gives Xavi a chance to score. And he does do. Back in front now, 2-1. And let's build upon that now, Manchester City. Right to Vardiol. Back to Ederson again here. Rodri. Cambiasso. Cambiasso. Flips it in. It's Xavi again! Oh, it's a big save by Hermansen. Back into Marmouche. Phil Foden. Ah, Foden. It's a ball by Phil. A little pocket of space. You expect him to do a lot better. Ball over to Luka Jovic. He's onside here, Jovic. And Costa's come out. And a Kanji off the line. And straight back to Leicester City, and they put it wide with Mavidi. Foden turns to Savinho. Foden. Back into Adam Wharton. Back into Phil Foden. Good find. Foden through to Marmoush here. He's in. Omar. Marmoush! 3-1 City. I think that should be game. And it's Phil Foden with the assist and Omar Marmoush with the goal. And that is now what? A hat-trick. A goal against Leeds. 5 goals so far in today's episode. In 3 games. Peels off the defender. Foden finds him. The POV camera shot here shows him. Finish it past Mads Hermansen. He likes that far corner as Marmoush, whether it's on his right or left foot. There, Vestergaard. Again, we engaged him to step up. He played in behind. He could have gone to Xavi there, but he didn't need to. Marmoush finished it himself. 3-1 Manchester City. That's a big goal. We've got Erling HAALAND coming back as well. He's back. He's returned to training pretty soon, HAALAND. They'll away up to Xavi. Ederson. Bad ball by Xavi. Sells him short there. El Canus. Through to Luka Jovic. Diaz, I didn't mean to do that. And he's going to be off here, Ruben Diaz. Red card for the captain. I did not mean to do that. I meant to slide it to stop the ball through. He's gone in towards Luka Jovic. He's just took him out completely. 10 men, red card for Ruben Diaz. That's frustrating because he'll miss the next few games. El Canus from the set piece here. Over the wall! Off the post by El Canus. Goes long towards Phil Foden. He's not going to win this header, is he? No, but that is full time. A 3-0 win for City. Another win in the Premier League, but Captain Ruben Diaz sent off. An injury perhaps to Rodri as well to the end of the year. Means we might be looking a little bit weaker, even more weaker, going through the new year. With big games coming thick and fast, and Diaz now going to miss a game with suspension. Well, good news on the Rodri front. It's just a 5-day injury, so he might miss the next one, but he'll be back after that. We've got Villa next, and we might be without him, which is a big worry. Well, being that it is the January transfer window, we have a list full of young stars, perhaps the future of world football, that we are interested in bringing in perhaps in the transfer window. Some real high potential young players here that are very young but have option to be maybe some of the best in the world in their position. We've been scouting them and looking at them. We've got them all lined up here as options. We're going to narrow it down to maybe 2 or 3 of them who are potential players for the future that we're going to try and bring in for the future of the club, really, and loan out and then decide what to do with them from there. There's quite a few. We've gone for like players 20 and under. That is the idea. Ones that are under sort of 75 rated is what we're looking at, really. Some of these are top quality players. I mean, Carlos Baleba 84 rated. People like that who are still on our shortlist. But yeah, they're the players we're looking at, and we'll see out of these youngsters. I mean, as young as possible, I intend to go, really, with these that I've got. We'll see who we want to make a move for, who's ready to make the move to Manchester City, who's happy to make the move to Manchester City, and the idea to go out on loan and be back in the future as maybe a first-team player. Maybe one of these players could come in and actually be part of the squad till the end of the season and then go out on loan. Those are all decisions we'll have to try and make. We'll narrow it down to maybe 2-3 players. We've got a lot of young defenders at the moment, so I'm not sure whether someone like a defender would be the one we'd make a move for. Maybe we're looking for a forward player, a midfielder, someone we like with the youngsters. We currently sit 3 points clear of this Premier League table, but big test at the Etihad today. 4th place Aston Villa are coming to visit. Chelsea 3 points behind us. Arsenal not far off either. Villa, if they were to beat us today, they might even put themselves into a title race themselves. They could really do that with the quality. United still down in 10th, which is really nice to see. And down the bottom still, Leeds, West Brom, Burnley. Bournemouth could get dragged into there surprisingly, so they've been sort of decimating the transfer market. I'm hoping they don't go down. It looks like the 3 newly promoted sides might go down again for the 3rd season in a row. And being it is the 1st of January, I have agreed to let some young players leave out on loan to try and get some game time. So, Stephen Mafunny, he moves to Swansea City in the Championship for the season. Ryan Mercadou moves to Luton Town in the Championship till the end of the season. Max Elaine, he's moved to Sheffield United in the Championship till the end of the season. And Ivan Mikasa has moved to Premier League relegation threatened side Leeds United till the end of the season. A lot of chance for these younger players to impress, develop and come back even higher rated. Let's aside for Aston Villa in the Premier League today. In goal starts Diogo Costa. It's Frimpong, Kusanov, Ake and Vardiol, that back 4. Captained by Rodri and Ederson in that midfield 2. We've got Simmons on the right, Savinho on the left, and Foden supporting Omar Marmoush up top. Akanji, Lewis, Cambiasso, Wharton, McAtee, Doku Bob, and returning Erling Haaland is back on the bench. Heavy rain falls in Manchester here today at the Etihad, which does make the turf quite slippy. It does make it a bit of a risky situation. There could be a slip when you're going through. There could be a bad pass that spins up off the turf. City have got to be aware of that, and Villa will be aware of that as well. However, to play quick possession football, it certainly does offer that opportunity as well. Out from the 2 sides, City and Villa, 1st and 4th. So City lead the league title race at the moment. Villa might say they are just in it. You never know. They've really invested in their side, improved their squad. We beat them 1-0 away, didn't we, at Villa Park? It was a very good game. I really enjoyed that one. And I'm expecting a real test for us again today, with them looking like they've got a very different starting 11. A more stronger starting 11, really, with the side they've got in there. The likes of Di Lorenzo at right back, Maatsen at left back, Gakpo, Rodgers, Watkins in that front line. Let's see how Villa officially line up today against Manchester City. This is the Villa then starting 11 for Unai Emery's team. In a 4-2-3-1 formation, they go with Emi Martinez in goal. It's a back four of Di Lorenzo, Captain Consa, Torres and Maatsen. Chavez and Onana in midfield too, with Rodgers, Bailey and Cody Gakpo supporting Ollie Watkins up top. They have options on the bench as well in Lucas Digne, Marcus Rashford and more. So Villa will kick us off here. City versus Villa underway. Manchester City looking to try and get another 3 points here. Keep ourselves top of the table. This is a top of the table clash. And it should be a good one. An offside against Leon Bailey there. Well played by our defensive line. Nice and early on. Lake partnering Kusanov today, which is a lot of pace. Diaz missing the game due to suspension. He got himself sent off, didn't he? Stupidly so, really, at the end of that Leicester City game. Unnecessary. But it does happen, I suppose, in football. Make mistakes. I wasn't actually trying to slide in for that. Here's Vardiol. Back to Savinho. Against the full-backs. It's a difficult task for Savinho today against their team. Onana's got lots of energy as well in that midfield area, so we've got to be careful. He will break up play, he'll win the ball back, he'll put us in lots of problems. Vardiol. Vardiol, and he's lost that one, Vardiol. And City are in trouble on the counter hit. And Ollie Watkins runs through, and Kusanov tries to stay with him. Watkins. Kusanov stands him up. Rodgers! And a good save by Costa wide towards Gakpo. Flicks it to the far post to Bailey, who puts it across the box, and Ake away towards Savinho. Finds Marmouche here, and there's space in that far side for Savinho. And he's found him against Di Lorenzo. Savinho tries to bait him into the tackle. Can't do. Consa under pressure. Giving away to Edison here. Edison, the Brazilian, with a strike here and a save by Emi Martinez. Maatsen clears it away and long, and it's into a great position that by Maatsen towards Rodgers. Rodgers across. Rodri can't win it. The ball through to Ollie Watkins here. Diogo Costa gets there. And he pumps it up and in towards Watkins and behind for a goal kick. Good goalkeeping from Diogo Costa. Well, these are two of the top sides of the Premier League going head to head here today. We're not quite finding our way through the opposition at the moment. And another poor pass by Frimpong and City. And Rodri wins it back and Kusanov back towards Costa. But City here playing ourselves into non-needed issues at the moment. Edison again. And that is half-time, 0-0. No goals to show for either side. I think we've been the better team, but they've had maybe the better chances. Watkins. Kusanov can't stop him. Watkins. Onto Gakpo. Back through to Rodgers here. Costa's off his line, and Morgan Rodgers dispatches the chance brilliantly. 1-0 Villa. And he will continue to haunt this City side, the former youth player. Great ball through. Rodgers is in. And Rodgers scores. Costa can't smother it. 1-0 Villa, and we're behind here at the Etihad. With onside as well. Savinho. Savinho. Rodri. Here's Frimpong. Xavi. Frimpong. Frimpong with a strike here. Saved by Martinez. Rodri. Edison. Into Marmouche here. Omar. Xavi. Frimpong's onside here. Jeremy Frimpong. Marmouche! 1-1. Come on. Omar Marmouche scores. Assist for Frimpong and a goal for Omar Marmouche. I thought there when he pulled it back to him, it just wasn't right. But it was good enough from Frimpong. He made the run. Xavi finds him. And Omar Marmouche makes it 1-1. Should be 2-1. Maybe we can go on and win this now. Great ball through to Frimpong. He's away. Puts it back to Marmouche. Hits it first time across his body. It's a difficult finish. It's a difficult angle. But Marmouche puts it in the back of the net. Here's Bailey bursting away. Looking for Watkins in the middle there. Kusanov's trying to stop that cross into Watkins. Cross does come into Watkins here, and Nathan Ake gets it away at that near post. Good defending. Play by Frimpong, Doku. Back towards the goalkeeper Costa. Kusanov. Out to Frimpong. Gets there. Marmouche round the corner to Phil Foden. City have broke down Villa here. And here's Phil Foden. And Foden running at them. And Foden. And Foden into the box here. And a flick away from HAALAND. The sliding challenge. Keeps it away from him. Frimpong here in space again. Wide to Phil Foden. City last chance to learn here. Foden across him. Maatsen comes and takes it off him. And it's going to be point shared at the Etihad against Villa. City 1, Villa 1. But I'm so annoyed that final chance there. If that ball goes into Frimpong, he puts it across the Haaland and we score. Full-time Manchester City 1, Villa 1. The point shared between the sides in the top 4. And that does mean maybe Chelsea can get a little bit closer to us now. Bad news for Joshko Gvardiol. He's going to be out for a month with a sprained knee injury. So it is time for Andrea Cambiasso to really step up and put his stamp on this side now. Because Gvardiol is going to miss 2 months nearly. Well, a month, maybe even more, depending on how long it takes him to come back. That is a shame. Well, Sporting Director Hugo Viana has agreed a deal for 2 players so far in transfer window. 2 younger players for the future. One is Dutchman Ezekiel Banzuzi, who looks like a real top quality player. He's been linked with Borussia Dortmund, West Ham, lots of big clubs. He's got a release clause of 22 million euros, but we have managed to negotiate with them. He's got 70 pace, 67 shooting, 69 passing, 72 dribbling, 64 defending, and 73 physical. He's certainly one at 74 rated already at only 20 years of age. Looks like one for the future. I mean, he looks Paul Pogba-esque, I have to say. 73 finish as well, 80 short passing, good long passing. He really does look like he's one who's going to be a superstar. We're going to bring him in and then decide with him and decide with his agent what the decision is, whether he's part of the squad until the end of the season, or he does go out on loan. We'll try and maybe find a loan for him. And the other player we've agreed a deal for is Sindre Walla-Ageli, who's been compared to the likes of Arjen Robben and also to the likes of Erling Haaland as well. A new Norwegian talent with Oscar Bob and of course Erling Haaland on the side. We want to attract Norwegian players and we certainly can do that with Erling Haaland and Bob at the club. He is worth around 4 million euros. Stats wise he looks good. He's a sort of a winger but can play as a striker as well. Very pacey, very quick, very agile, relatively strong as well. Good vision at his age of only 19 years of age. Good technical quality as well, and he's certainly one that I think is one for the future. He has been performing really well in Norway. City have wanted to make that happen, so we have agreed a deal with him for around 4.1 million euros to bring him into the club, and for Banzuzi we have agreed a deal of around 13.1 million euros. Those deals will be agreed, and that'll be decision time as to whether they get loaned out. Whether we bring in one more player in the transfer market, another young player, no first team players, just players for the future, I don't know. But these players will be put on the loan list. If we can find a really good loan, we'll put them out on loan. If not, they'll stick around to the end of the season and be part of Pep Guardiola's squad. And arriving for his first day at the CFG's first ever chance of the CFA to play for Manchester City is our new man, the new Norwegian, compared to, like I said, Erling Haaland and Arjen Robben. Handshakes with Pep Guardiola. Will he part of City's side? We don't know, but City will announce the signing of him, and hopefully he can have a bit of an impact to the City side in the future anyway. He's one that has been seen by Hugo Viana, the City scouts, and Walla-Ageli is going to be a Manchester City player. Welcome to this City side, our new Norwegian superstar for 4.1 million euros. And confirmation of the next player. We have beaten off the lots of talent to get here. Lots of other big clubs around the world football. Like I said, West Ham United, Borussia Dortmund, big clubs around the world interested in this powerful, technically highly gifted Dutch midfielder. And I think he actually could be really potential future to be a big part of this City side in the future. Banzuzi, he's really got that quality. He's a real powerhouse in that midfield. Really highly gifted as well, technically. Welcome to Manchester City, and he's agreed a deal to move to the club for 13.1 million euros. What a signing. Well, Sindre Walla-Ageli will wear the number 43 for City, and we will add him to the loan list to see if he makes a move away from Manchester City. And then as for Banzuzi, interesting story on him. He will wear the number 37. He actually came through the NAC Breda youth system, and he then moved to Leuven in the Belgian league. He actually is, played for a CFG side. Breda are owned by Manchester City, so we lost out on him. We moved him on, but he is part of this Manchester City side for the future. I'm sure he's going to be added to the loan list. We'll see what happens there, because we are a little bit light midfield at the moment. There's some other big transfers going through in the world of football. Malik Thiaw joins Tottenham in a £41 million deal from AC Milan. We've seen Sarr move for 58 million euros from Tottenham to Atletico Madrid. That is a big move for them. And Marmoush impressing. He has got the Player of the Month award in the Premier League. Wow, he's been electric this season, as that comment says there from Heidi. And it's final game of the episode time, and it is Carabao Cup semi-final first leg. Liverpool, who got to the final last year, beaten by Newcastle, are in the semi-final once again, up against Southampton Championship side. They finished 1-1 after the first leg away, or it could be at Anfield, that I'm not quite sure. I think it was at Anfield they drew 1-1. You expect Liverpool to go to Southampton and beat them. The side they've just got all level, kept points from us at the Etihad. Aston Villa faces again here in a semi-final first leg. This is a big game, but we are going to rotate. This aside for Aston Villa today, Stefan Ortega starting goal. Frimpong, Vita Heis comes in alongside Diaz and Cambiasso in that back four. Captain Rodri partners Water midfield too. Didn't play together since that Newcastle game where it'll be poor. Hopefully it's better today at the Etihad. Doku on the left, Bob on the right. Omar Mouche partners Erling Haaland up top. We've got Savinho, Foden, Simons, McAtee, Edison, O'Reilly, Lewis Nakanji and Loris Karius on the bench as impact makers. I mean, we're looking towards maybe someone like Foden or Savinho to come on and change this game. City, I think, can get a really good base towards that second leg because it's going to be tough away at Villa Park. Aston Villa twice in the same episode, this time in the Carabao Cup semi-final. They've reached this competition doing really well to get here, and they're going to give us a big game here today, and I think this might be a worry for City how we do perform today. Villa are very good. I mean, they got a 1-1 draw at the Etihad. I think we should have won that in the end, but they come here again looking to win and look to get to a cup final, which is massive for a side like Villa. Mamouche has got 5 in his last 3. He's going to be key to this side. Back up top alongside Erling Haaland, makes his first start from his return from injury. Those two together, a real combination they have. And let's see how Aston Villa do line up today if there's any changes from the Premier League game. Well, this is the Villa side. Watkins, Gakpo, Rogerson, Bailey once again in the front four. Onana and Baron Achea part of midfield too. That's one change. Backline is the same apart from Maatsen out for Luca Dean. They have got quality on the bench like Alex Moreno, Asensio, Maatsen. No Rashford on the bench today. Richarlison is there as well though. Emilio Martinez, the starting goal. No chance of Robin Olsen, the cup goalkeeper. Di Lorenzo, Doku. Doku's lost the ball again. Haaland in there. Pressing mark, giving away to Marmouche. Onto Oscar Bob. Bob, it's one! Saved by Martinez. He tries to roll it towards the bottom corner. A lot of attacking players in this side and makes it difficult for the young man. Wharton. Marmouche space. Marmouche in behind us. Bob. Takes it. Bob! Oh, should score. Here's Bailey on a turn. It's past Cambiasso. We haven't got the quickest defenders on today in Heisen and Diaz, and Watkins has gotten behind the City defence here, and Watkins pulls it across it to Morgan Rogers. And Villa have the lead with their first attempt on goal, and they lead in this tie now. And the man who scored against us in the Premier League days before, Morgan Rogers, does it again. Wasn't fouled in midfield, it comes from Adam Wharton losing the header. Alan White to Doku, which is the game of linking up for Erling Haaland has been weak in recent times, I feel. Wharton. Rodri. Oscar Bob. Frimpong back to Bob here. Oscar Bob away from Digne. Makes the challenge before he can get onto that left foot. Back out to Rodri. Not going to get there. It's a poor pass by Rodri. Even worse from Rogers. Frimpong. Turns. Drives past Luca Dean. Frimpong with the ball in. Leicester Marmouche. Lays it off. Adam Wharton hits one here and drags it way wide. Important. Rodri. Into Bob. Chests it away. Brilliant from Bob. Oscar Bob! But a save by Martinez. Towards Oscar Bob. In behind towards Marmouche. Might get there. Digne does. They play it away again. Do Villa. Di Lorenzo sends it long. Peter Heis against Watkins. That has been the issue today. Dealing with that long ball. And there is Leon Bailey away from us. He's offside again. That part of the game we've been okay at. And a free kick and a foul. But sometimes you've got to do that nice and aggressive from Diaz. Injury for Watkins as well. Over top here. Chance here. Saved by Ortega. And wide by Villa. What a chance for an Emery's team. Diaz in there. Makes the challenge. Back to Bailey. Down the box. Back to Watkins. Oh, wide of the post by Watkins. They have had so many chances. If we get a draw here today, we've nicked it. We really have. Turn Phil. Go Phil. Away from Maatsen. Can City nick something here? Foden. Away from Maatsen. Still Foden. Back to McAtee again. The final ball from every single player is absolute Sunday League level. Not a single pass has been played into an attacking position. Full time, we end the episode with a 1-0 defeat to Aston Villa. And I am not happy at all with that performance from Manchester City. Creatively, non-existent. Every final pass is poor. Thanks for watching. Please like the video if you're not already. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. And we'll see you guys hopefully more successfully to end the episode next time.